Hello? Who's it gonna be?
Okay, okay.
Ready, set, hot, hot.
With this team's star starting quarterback out, they're turning to a kid who's never taken a snap in college. Not one.
Look, their game plan isn't complicated. Drop back, scan the field, and throw it to Isaiah Streets. That's what got them to the college football playoff, and that's what's going to keep them in this game.
Drop back, scan, and throw. We're not sure the new kid can do any of these things. Don't you think that's a little harsh, Snake? 4 years ago, he was a 5-star recruit. They had high hopes for this dude.
Does not say something right there. What happened to that trust?
Coach, you wanted to see me?
Come in. I want you to be the first to know that Marcus Washington decommitted last night. And he's coming here.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You said I was gonna be the starter.
He's the #1 recruit in the country, son. And there's no guarantees in college football. I'm sorry.
I'm not going anywhere. Bring him in. I'll win the job. Just wait.
If you're the coach, how do you let 5-star talent waste away on the bench for this long?
No. Better question is, if you're a young 5-star recruit, why do you stay with a coach that doesn't play you?
Because he's got something to prove. To who? To that coaching staff. And the guys who spent the last 4 years telling him, you're not good enough, he's got to prove it to those guys.
Yeah, take this.
All right, gentlemen. Like Coach and I always say, the second you step off this bus, you're on a business trip. We got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Oh, you ask me, you're the guy to get it done.
Hey, JoJo. Ooh, you was sweet. I did. Yes. Glad you noticed. Hey, boy.
Game day, baby, game day.
Get in there. Whoa,
Hey.
whoa. The event staff is around the corner, you see. Hey, babe, go on in there.
Uh-huh.
This is for players and coaches only.
I'm here to play Miami.
What?
The Hurricanes. Yeah.
You? Okay. What's your name?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah,
I don't know who you are, but, go ahead.
I'm the quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Well, don't look so surprised. It's my job to know the roster. I'm Taylor Bennett. I'm working the sidelines tonight.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna record them.
Okay.
Right? So we all know your situation tonight, but we really don't know much about you as a quarterback. How would you describe your style of play?
Oh, well,
Oh, man.
Hey, what's up, man? I like to get the ball out quick. Get in my receiver's hands. Let him do the rest.
Okay. Now, how about your personality? Or better yet, how would your teammates describe you?
How my teammates describe me?
Yeah, were you intense? You were cutthroat, a great leader, a jokester? Give me something.
You know, back in high school, guys did kind of find me pretty intense.
Intense, okay.
Yo, Taylor. Hey, can I borrow him for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold up. You're a Heisman voter, right? Hey, I'm coming for that award next year. Look out for me.
Oh,
Bye.
I will.
Okay. All right, listen. You ready, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Because winning the national championship means everything to me. All right, I made a promise to my brother. And since I can't throw the ball to myself, we need to be on the same page, you feel me?
I got you, man. I got you.
All right.
Go! HBK! On the double. Say go! Let's go now! 50, plant! Now! Here we go, set! 60 or! Hit it! Go! 10-2 stop. Ready, ready! Ready, ready! 5! Ready up! Leap river! Leap river! On the ready! Get it! Set 90 wolf. Let's go. Set ready. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Shoot. Set up. 18 Gator. Set up. Down. 70 Indy. Set up. Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Set go. Here we go, here we go. 60 Outlaw. Now.
Easiest pitch and catch. And you do that tonight, and we move on.
All right, I just talked to Coach. He insists on going with a simplified game plan for you tonight.
And what do you think?
Well, his thinking is we keep it simple, you don't get overwhelmed, and then we rely on the defense to do their part.
Wait, hold on. This is a joke?
All right, look, Coach just wants to put him in the best position to succeed.
No, this ain't high school ball, man. All right, this is the semifinals. If we go out there and simplify, they're going to destroy us. Come on, this is crazy, right? Right?
Agreed. Coach needs to wake up. I'm ready for this.
Man, forget about him, man.
Listen, I don't care how much you played, you're a leader on this team. Leaders, sometimes they have to do what's right, even if they don't like it.
Got it, Coach. I got you.
Yeah?
The 2018 college football season has been a wild one, and we are down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in snowy, yes, snowy Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Miami Hurricanes taking on the Seminoles of Florida State.
What's up, bro? Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, man, don't listen to the critics. You got all the talent in the world. Just go out there and put on a show.
Thanks. Means a lot.
All right, man. Hit me up when you get to the league.
Yeah.
For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Gregory will look to throw it. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Hurricanes, of course, a 3-time national champion back in the 80s, 83, 87, 89. They then added 2 more for good measure in 91 and 2001. But they haven't held that trophy since. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Gregory. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That throw was not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down now, it's Larson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, Gregory, he sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Tedrick Bauer, 45 yards. And the Hurricanes have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Already down 7-0. Here comes his first collegiate snap on 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. When you think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came as a true freshman to lead this team. He's 3rd all-time in passing yards in school history, 2nd in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all that stuff. Never missed a game in his college career, 53 starts, but now he sits and watches as his understudy for the last 4 years finally gets his shot in the leading role. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now we notice coach nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think that's an example of how the game speed is different than in practice, because in practice, you might not be going full speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts to how the speed really picks up in this game, and if he's able to get rid of the football.
And think about it, Charles. That's the first time he's hit the ground with a sack since his high school days. He played in a couple spring games, but those were non-contact for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're wearing a different color jersey. No one hits the QB, even in the spring game.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Here's this, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. There's so much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game, but you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record, threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and he also chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Wilhoit. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The quick slant caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after try forthcoming.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a give, right side. Larson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Gregory to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's Isaiah Streets. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This young quarterback does have a support system. He actually heard from Jameis Winston on social media earlier in the week. Jameis and the Bucs getting ready to host the Falcons tomorrow in their season finale. Jameis likely glued to his TV set down in Tampa watching this one. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And, yeah, you think about it, part of the reason you have to remember, he's run the scout team in practice for 4 years, and that scout team has had to go up against their own first stringers on the defensive side, so he has practiced for all 4 of those years against one of the best defenses in the country. He seems to be ready for this opportunity.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 1. Going for it all. That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. Isaiah Streets, 29 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, when we were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we were there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on third and long. Gregory. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the play.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly shoot.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point up and through, and that will get him one closer. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go!
The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. One half in the books here in Arlington with the Seminoles on top.
Okay. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how we're playing. Let's go.
We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of wheeze in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates. But you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey.
Coach?
Really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. When prepping for this semifinal matchup, we went back and saw all the tape on Isaiah Streets throughout the year. And no matter who you talk with around the game, they say Isaiah Streets, what's so impressive, his route running ability. So much discipline, so much precision on the cuts. Not only that, but you sit down with him and you find out what an impressive young man he is. For the amount of talent that he has and all the stars and accolades by his name, incredibly grounded, just a remarkable young man. Looking to throw. That is caught. Hits Streets. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Steps away. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with first and goal. Have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
We're going to shut you down.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The point after is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be part.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about it. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time, and now get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. Isaiah Streets, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seminoles push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now, Florida State.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick slant caught by Streets. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
1st and goal for the Seminoles. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Hey, high 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seminoles push that lead out a bit further. What a game he's had throwing the football. This is now 4 touchdown passes, and this offense has had very little drop-off from Marcus Washington. Starting to get a sense who might be on your weekly cover of your favorite sports magazine this week. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
The Seminoles offense has not missed a beat in this one. They're almost certainly headed for the national title game as they start here on this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got another hookup here with Streets. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle, playing with a lot of confidence, and that confidence has been transmitted to the rest of the team.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he takes it into the end zone for a Florida State touchdown. This is really something. For a guy that had 0 touchdown passes in 4 years, heck, 0 passes in 4 years, period, he's come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And there was a lot of talk about maybe them simplifying this offense. Well, forget that. He's done everything that Marcus Washington had done previously and then some. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
He's got a man complete. The 20. And he will take this in for a Miami touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Seminoles offense has not missed a beat in this one. They're almost certainly headed for the national title game as they start here on this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now back to throw. That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seminoles push that lead out a bit further. I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes now. You think about this being a guy who held a clipboard for 4 years, never played, didn't take a snap. And in this game, he couldn't have played any better if he had started 50 games. He's just been on point all game long. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Operating from the gun, Gregory. Jackson's got it over the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
They're running it. Check.
On 1st down, Gregory. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11.
Ready? HG Gator. Back to run.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So thanks to, if you can believe it, 6 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback. The Florida State Seminoles are moving on to play for a national championship on Monday, January 7th.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
That was a gutsy performance out there tonight. You took us to a national championship when nobody, and I mean nobody, expected you to. And for what it's worth, I'm really glad you stayed 4 years ago.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby, we going to the chip. Woo. One more game, baby.
We got this, man.
Oh, yeah. Football. It's my life, man. But you got to stay grounded in what's important. So I got a little surprise for you.
Isaiah!
Em, looking good, Emily. Oh, and I'm loving this hat.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Is that magenta? Fuchsia? What color's that?
Okay. Hey, I bet he'd probably be good at off the board, huh?
Yeah.
Look, Emily has the best games.
Okay. If you had a unicorn, would you want its mane to be purple or pink?
Well.
Well, these are both tough, but good options. I think I'm gonna have to go with purple.
Purple. No, look. You see, look, you don't pick from the options given. All right, the game is in the name. Off the board. Now it's clicking. Okay, look, if I had a unicorn, I'd have a mane that matches its horn. Silver.
I'd go with Onyx.
Onyx? Okay. I told you, she's a pro.
Hey, how are you? Todd Atwood. I'm Emily's dad.
Hi.
Can I talk to you for a second? She's too shy to ask, but Emily wanted to know if you could do something for her in the national championship game.
Yeah, of course. Anything.
She wanted you to throw 3 touchdowns.
3? I thought I said 4.
4 touchdowns. Is that okay?
Well, 4 touchdowns is a lot.
Yeah, but how can you turn down this face? Look at that.
But I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
Don't worry. He'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Emily.
You too.
All right.
We're days away from the national championship game, and there is one big question on everyone's mind. Can lightning strike twice? Last week, we saw a quarterback with no game day experience lead his team to victory in the college football playoff semifinal. Kyle, is this kid good enough to win a championship?
Not at all.
That's it?
No, that's it. But hold on. I don't think he has to be. And let me tell you what I mean. There is so much talent on that team on both sides of the ball. Manage the game. Don't make the big mistake. I think they have a real shot. I do.
Kyle, we don't like managers of the game here at the table. Very boring, just like your shirt. I feel you, but I disagree. The team has a ton of talent, but they're going to need this dude to make some plays. They're not going to win if they hand the ball off 50 times.
You two be nice. You, Peter Schrager, do you think he'll rise to the challenge?
I do, as long as the pressure doesn't get to him.
Yeah, for real. And he's about to feel that pressure. Listen, there's a lot of weight on this dude's shoulders right now. He wins this game, he punches his ticket to the NFL. He loses, and we'll see, I guess.
And then if you're a coach, how do you handle this? What do you say to a kid that has so much to lose on that field?
Hey, can I talk to you a minute?
Yeah, sure, Coach.
You know, I know it's hard to shut out all the noise. And it's a lot of pressure. The only thing that we can control is what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is a game of football. Same rules as always. So you gotta take a step back. All right? You gotta breathe it in. You find a way to appreciate this moment, this time with your teammates, take in the crowd. Man, you do that, and everything gets real quiet. All right? So breathe. Take it in. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I got you, Coach. Yeah, thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Seminoles of Florida State. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. LSU with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The Tigers of LSU looking for their 4th title in school history. They were champs way back in 1958 and twice in this century so far, 2003 and 2007. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Thomas operating from the gun and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Come on now, let's go.
A national championship on the line. Seminoles get set 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, wide open is Streets. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
For Florida State, they're seeking their 4th national championship. They were winners back in 1993, also in 99, and then most recently back in 2013. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground, Dacoud. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Thomas to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Thomas will look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this from deep. And got his man complete. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 47 yards. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written. But what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout. Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seminoles have the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Thomas, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Thomas now to throw again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play call, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
1st and 10, LSU. Here's Thomas. Off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. McGrath will get the nod here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. To throw is Thomas. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through the same struggles his brother went through. He formed a real bond, in fact, over the summer with one of them, 11-year-old cancer patient Emily Atwood of Centerville, Texas. And we're told that Emily and her father Todd made the 2-hour drive up to Arlington a week ago to watch their semifinal victory and got to spend some time afterwards with the All-American receiver and his new quarterback.
And folks out there should see how Isaiah's face lights up when the discussion turns to the young lady he calls him, and the inspiration that he takes from her fight is really something special to see. He makes a point to call her from the locker room after every game, and he says, listen now, she's not afraid to tell me if I do something wrong. She'll critique me in a heartbeat. But it's good to see a young man who wants to get back, one who gets it, and Isaiah Streets certainly gets it.
Emily, too, said to be watching from her hospital room. A surgery scheduled for today, and now she's got a receiver and a quarterback that want her to know that they are thinking of her, and, of course, we're thinking of her as well and wish her all the best.
Absolutely.
They'll set up a throw. Here's this out for Streets. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, in trouble, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense for LSU back out there, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. What a story this would be. Florida State 1 half away from a national championship.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right?
What?
Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Okay, on every play. Yeah, I'm sure the defense isn't going to figure that out.
Okay, well, you need to figure it out. This isn't just a game to me.
I know that. I know that, Isaiah.
Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. They've got to like their position. They lead this championship game, 2 quarters to play. What's the course of action in the second half?
I think you continue to show your quarterback that you've got faith in him. Continue to run the offense the way you did in the first half. Continue to give him opportunities. But behind his back, head coach is telling the offensive play caller, if you see any moments where it feels too big for him, be ready to dial this game plan back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Goes back to Streets. This time he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now that's a play that Isaiah Streets made time after time this fall on Saturday afternoon, and you got to think as this championship game continues to unfold, they have to find some way to slow him down. Double team, just anything to disrupt him, as he has a knack for getting open and making big plays. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now. He'll go back to Streets again. Why not? Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it into the end zone for a Florida State touchdown. So now 2 touchdown passes thrown, and we talked earlier about the young cancer patient Emily Atwood. She asked him a week ago for 4 touchdown passes. Heck, he's already halfway there.
Yeah, Isaiah Streets relayed that story to us. It's a pretty tall task for his second career start. But the way he's looked these last couple of games, he's not fazed by the request, is he? He's halfway there. Just
1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. So, CD, you look at our quarterback. He's said it. He's been consistent. This is it. I've graduated. I'm not going to go the grad transfer route. It's time for me to move on. If you're an NFL scout, do you see enough in him to think he's got a future in this league with this little experience that we've seen?
Every scouting instinct tells me to tell him to go the graduate transfer route. But you know how it is nowadays. And look, he's played awfully well against 2 top 5 defenses. Someone's going to take a shot and give this guy a look.
Well, several teams need a quarterback. You think about the Cardinals, they're going to be picking number 1, but Giants figure to be in the market, Broncos, Bengals, possibly the Raiders. So there's going to be some teams looking.
And don't forget, backups are at a premium in this league, and this guy could be a developmental player. Draft him, let him work in your organization for a while, learn the playbook, sit for a while, because down the road, he could turn out to be a gem.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10.
Under 10. Go out. Snap.
They'll look to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Isaiah Street's the intended target, and it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. The 30. 10. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone. They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's complete to Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He'll let it go deep for Streets. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for... And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. That is caught at the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First and goal for the Seminoles. Back to throw again. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seminoles push that lead out a bit further.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LSU offense about set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw on second down, Thomas. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. This will be a run with Livingston. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Over the middle, it's Isaiah Streets. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. On first down, Thomas. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. LSU with a 1st and 10. To throw is Thomas. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Thomas. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
2nd and 13.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On fourth down, Thomas. Now a desperation. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. 2nd and 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A story almost too good to write. Behind a quarterback who had never taken a snap in a college football game until 9 days ago. For the first time since 2013, the Florida State Seminoles are national champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the podium at midfield for the presentation of the College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy as we present your college football national champions, the Florida State Seminoles.
Jack Ford. Talk about a long shot. And as a man who's known as the quarterback whisperer, and I suggest you trademark that, by the way, how are you feeling about your quarterback right now?
I tell you, this kid's amazing. He worked around the clock to prepare for this game. I never seen anything like it. And I am so proud of what he's done and under this kind of pressure. Hope all you NFL scouts out there are paying attention, because this kid's special. You deserve it, son. Congratulations.
Coach, this is you, man. This is great. Thank you.
A perfect end to a too short season. You're leaving here a champion.
It's better than I ever thought it would feel. I can't even describe it, really. It's just to be up on the stage, celebrating with these guys. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
It is a perfect end, but it seems like you put up a pretty good case that it shouldn't be today. How do you feel about that?
I think I can give myself a shot. If the NFL comes calling, I'll pick up the phone. But this guy over here, this guy, take that trophy, man.
Absolutely. Isaiah Streets, we are all aware of the loss of your brother and what it took to be here today. But can you tell us, in this moment, how you're feeling right now?
It's lots of feelings, Taylor. I made a promise to my brother that I was gonna none of this would have been possible without this man right here. This dude came into an impossible situation. He's got heart. Love you, man.
Yeah, I love you, man.
See? This was for you, baby!
Yeah!
This was for you!
Woo, yeah!
And let's go!
A lot of emotions out on the field tonight. This is what football is all about getting hit and getting back up. And as you can see, in a season that was characterized by overcoming, these guys did just that and won a national championship. Back to you guys.
Right. Right. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he's actually right here. Okay, hang on. Hello?
Hey, how's it going? It's Emily's dad. Look, I know that you got a lot on your plate, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I did want to tell you that Emily's out of her surgery, and she is doing great. She got to see the game and everything. You have made a fan for life in her.
Thank you so much for the kind words. Please, have Emily stay in touch.
I will. Thank you. All right, bye.
Take care.
Yeah, baby.
College football season's wrapped up and the draft is 2 months away. Today, we kick off the NFL Scouting Combine. Over the next 7 days, more than 300 college prospects will run, jump, catch, and throw for NFL coaches and scouts. Kyle, who's your player to watch?
Okay, it's the mythical backup quarterback who just won a national championship. This guy who's played in 2 games, and we're saying maybe a third-round pick? Come on, the hype is unreal.
Kyle, he did win a national championship.
Yes, he did. It was incredible. Peter, 8 quarters of football, third-round pick. Get out of here.
If he blows up the combine like some people expect, he could be a first-round draft.
No way. No, Nate, no way.
Listen, this isn't a particularly strong draft class for the quarterback position. And you know when that happens, teams get desperate for that QB, and they start to reach a little bit.
Guess we'll find out soon.
Yes, I hear you, and I've been hearing you for the last 15 minutes. I'm on top of it. How many times do you need to... Yes, I'm on top of it. I'm meeting with... I've got a few other guys to meet this week, and then I know that there's a time restraint. I understand that.
Thanks for taking time to meet me.
Yes. Well, I know what he wants. I understand what he wants. He's told me what he wants. You don't have to tell me what he wants as well, okay? Just, can you hold on for a second?
Okay, but
Thank you. No, just be quiet. I take any of the other top quarterbacks available, and I get praise, and I get to keep my job. I pick you, a player that barely even picked up a ball in college, and then I'm nuts. And the seat that I've got to sit on gets red hot. So why don't you tell me why you should even be on my radar?
I just won a national championship. And that's not the last trophy I plan to have on my mantle. You pick me? You better clear your shelf for some hardware.
Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Call me back, but...
Yes, I'll have to call you back.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Bye.
Are you for real? You know, you and I have a mutual friend, Mr. Jack Ford. He and I served on the same staff in St. Louis. What do you think he would have to say about your ability to lead a locker room?
Look, I respect Coach Ford, but at the end of the day, the players are the ones that have to go on the field and execute. You don't have the confidence of the team, the game plan doesn't matter.
Jack had some concerns about your leadership. And now so do I. I really hope you can show us something today. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you can settle up the,
Hand over your phone. I want to check your internet history.
You want me to give you my phone? Is that just like normal procedure?
You bet it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, at least now I know I can trust you with your playbook.
Yes, you can.
You're on a mountain in Alaska on a bus going 100 miles an hour. Where are you sitting on the bus?
Bus in Alaska. I go front of the bus.
Not middle.
Nope.
Have you looked at the engine before you even got into the bus? Did you check the tire pressure?
I hired a professional mechanic to inspect every part of the bus, as he is more qualified than me. And I'm aware of my strengths and weaknesses.
Are you being cute with me, son?
No.
You're not. Now give me a serious answer. Would you be in the front of the bus, the middle of the bus, or the back of the bus, or the passenger side of the bus?
I already answered, the front of the bus.
Why?
Because if I can see where we're going, I can make sure we're okay. Is that the wrong answer?
Funny how many eyes are on us right now, huh? Breaking us down, picking us apart. Every mistake amplified. But we got it though, right? At least I know I do.
Hey, I'm looking for your agent.
I don't have an agent.
Didn't have an agent. Les Moore, congratulations.
For what?
For getting an agent. Me. Boom.
I don't think. Have I met you before?
You're about to know me.
Quarterbacks, group 4.
Looks like you're up to throw, kid. Go get him. Or should I say, go get him, client? You,
No, I'm good, man, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Got a lot of people already. Full roster. Too full.
Down. 18 Gator. Fire. Ready? 50. Plant. Leaf river. Leaf river. Here we go. 60 oar. Get it. Ready! 10-2 stop! Go! Come on, set! 90 wolf! Shoot! Go! Head up! Go now! 15 lining. 15 lining. Say hut! Got it. Say go. Here we go. Set. 8. Set, hit it. Set, 60 Pittsburgh. Ready? Set, ready. 60 out, 5. Set up, 10 Lobo. Lead grip. Down, 8, read, get it. Ready, 30 base. Go. Here we go. 18 Gator, shoot. Ready to break. Cut out. Ready. 50, plant. Hut. Come on, set. 60 oars. Set, go. Let's go. 10 Tucson. Now. You ready? Hit it. Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Ready? Here goes set. 15, 5. On the set. Lead grip.
Thanks, man.
New York fans were very vocal about you this week on social media. How would you feel about playing for the Giants?
Well, they're right. That's a team that needs a leader. And they know I could be the guy for them.
Very true.
What do you feel is your biggest strength as an NFL quarterback?
Well, I pride myself in my ability to get the job done. I'm able to focus and perform under pressure, and I think you guys saw that in the college playoff.
You definitely did.
What do you say to the critics that think you aren't ready to play in the NFL?
Have any of these critics ever played football? Honestly, I don't care what they say. It's all white noise to me. All that really matters is what those NFL teams think, guys.
Let's say this all doesn't work out for you. What's your plan B?
No plan B for me.
That's a great answer.
It's very smart. Thank you.
Bavarian chocolate cake. Nice twist. That's my client. Let it go to voicemail. Build some anticipation. But if you answer it, you'll show that the teams can count on you. So, answer it.
Hello?
Congratulations. You're one of the select few players invited to this year's NFL Draft in Nashville. Please have your agent contact our office, and we'll see you in the Music City in April.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes! Oh, sorry. Wait. What are you gonna wear?
I never even thought about that.
Come on, Les. Think. What is he gonna wear? A suit.
I don't have a suit.
We can purchase one. Okay. Give me goods. Check this guy out, huh? the winner right there. Yeah. Come on, give him a turn. Give him a spin. That's it. Yeah, drink it all in.
It's okay, you don't have to do that. It's okay.
I don't think I have to do that.
Okay, right.
Give me the over-shoulder look.
Here he is.
Look right here. Looking good, man. Look my way. Hey, my way.
What's going on?
Just you, please.
Yep, yeah, no. Take it all in. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, this guy. How are you?
Welcome to the 2019 National Football League Draft live on NFL Network's an amazing spectacle right here in Nashville, Tennessee that has been filled with intrigue and drama, and it is all about to suddenly subside with answers to long-standing questions involving the Heisman Trophy winner, Kyler Murray. DJ, you're first. What are you expecting to see tonight?
Well, I'm just waiting for this first pick, not knowing what's going to happen with the first pick, and Kyler Murray specifically. That, to me, is the biggest story in this entire draft.
And for me, over the last few years, it's been about movement to get quarterbacks. You know, I'm looking to see, is there going to be some movement? Are people going to start jumping up? Hollywood Brown and Cody Ford.
6 picks left in the first round. Can't afford my condo representing a second rounder. Sorry. We need more clients. Signal in here. Stinks. Hey, anybody know how much a 26th pick makes? No? If that's the bank calling about my condo loan, tell them I'm not here. Just...
Hello? Hey, this is Brian Flores, head coach of the Miami Dolphins. We've had our eye on you for a while. We're excited. We're going to make you the newest member of the Miami Dolphins. You ready to go on that?
Coach, I'm ready to make 25 other teams regret the decision.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Welcome to the Miami Dolphins.
Thank you.
Come on!
It's coming up here.
He hesitates a little bit. Look at the timing of that throw. On the money. Doesn't have to throw it 40 yards down the field. Put it on the money, and you get a big play. Here we go. Here's the commissioner with effect.
Players only.
In the 2019 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select.
Let's start at the top with the Dolphins. Draft winners or draft losers?
Losers. How could you call them losers? They feel the need of a quarterback. That's great. They feel the need. They got a quarterback. Yay! And they spent a first-round pick on a sixth-round talent. That's a winner.
Sixth-round talent? Did you watch this dude play?
Yeah.
Did you see him at the combine? Are you serious? He's been jumping up the draft boards for months.
Yeah, I watched him sit on the sideline in college. He couldn't even start for his college team. He's going to save an NFL franchise. Sure he is.
And I'll tell you what, this isn't college. For the first time in his life, he actually has a coaching staff who is putting their faith in him. A coaching staff that actually believes in him.
So where are we headed? Oh, isn't it on the app?
That you?
Yeah. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm a professional. But for what it's worth, I think you are the guy that's gonna turn things around here for our quarterback situation. And I played a little JUCO ball myself. That's cool, man. That's cool. Had the coach in here last week, and I was not impressed at all. I do a little JV coaching in my spare time, so I have a really good feel about the game. Should have told him one of my plays. He could have used it this Sunday. Actually, I haven't met him yet. Coach Flores? He called defensive plays up in New England last year. But I'm a little worried about our offense. No offense. We lost Tannehill, Danny Amendola, the old workhorse, Frank Gore. They're all gone. You know that our best receiver is our running back. I get why they drafted you even after taking Rosen, because I think you could be the next Marino. And if the coaches don't see that, tell them to call me. I'll tell them.
Thanks. I'll pass it along. Not really sure how much they'll listen to me, though. I'm just the rookie.
Had Chris Pratt in here last week. Good-looking guy. I think if he fights a Raptor, the Raptor's gonna win. That's just me. That's just me. I don't care how many names he calls me. In fact, I actually do some archaeology on the side. And I found a T-Rex bone in Missouri once. I think it was a T-Rex bone. I was like, look at, whoa! Sorry about that.
Cool. Actually, I think you just dropped me off right up here, man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just right up front, thank you.
This is the start of something beautiful, kid. And in this city, if you need anything, if you need alpacas, if you need emus, any type of livestock, home loan, or warranty, you call me.
You're the guy.
If you... Then go call.
This game, it's about legacy, kid. Achievement, exceeding expectations. Your college accolades, they're in the past. Your draft status, just a number. But your legacy, you start building that today. It's about the way you interact with teammates, coaches, opponents. It's about fearlessness, week in, week out. Overcoming the onslaught of the league's top defenders. Demonstrating leadership in everything you do, from how you play to what you wear. It's about laying a strong foundation in your rookie season, becoming the quarterback I always knew you were. At first, right now, it's about winning the starting job. Good luck out there, kid.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah. me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off, but haters get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the making every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, they went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-Lo, time to bring the bass back.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is your development trait. Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players will progress faster over time. You can improve. This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities you have and what effects they have in-game. This is your player's zone ability. A Superstar X-Factor player gets in the zone when they play to their strengths and excel at their position.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is...
Here we go! 18 Gator. Get it!
Like rocket fuel.
Set 70, Indy. Go. Ready.
Why you do that like that?
Shoot.
It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh. I'm in my new bag, my bag.
Ready.
You ain't geek. Too bad,
Ready.
my bag. First of the month, I'm a running back. Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back.
Set, ready. 60 pitch. Set, hut.
Running back, running back, running back. Hello.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Set, go.
That's the way my name talking, right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back. You backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money fall, give a slap. That's facts. When the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the
Down.
hit, I'm glad.
Ten
When the check
Lobo.
missed, the
Hit it.
hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that? Knocking at my window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't geek. Too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more resto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, if you've been to South Florida this summer, and I know you have, you're familiar with this. Heavy rain. It's coming down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
On the double. Check, 59. Ready?
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was looking at... Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught by Parker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defense.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad think pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'ma replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretches.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This.
Great. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Allen, they'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Allen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Throwing is Allen on third. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. That's a gain. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Allen. Wilson snags it left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Drake looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation and a big turnover. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go.
Now Allen. On the left side, this is Stills. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Wilson has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Check. Come.
On first down, Allen fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, I 7. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, that's good.
A final shot before half for Allen. Fighting through pressure and shedding through the tackle. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game,